Imagine this. You make a plan to finally get ahead. Maybe it's starting that project, applying for that job, or even just going to the gym. But somehow, you don't do it. You procrastinate. You overthink. You convince yourself it's not the right time. And here's the paradox. It's not other people stopping you. It's you. You've become your own worst enemy. This happens more often than you realize. Not because you're lazy, but because part of you feels safer holding back. You might not notice it, but deep down there's a voice saying, if I try, I might fail. If I don't try, at least I'm safe. So you stall, you avoid, you sabotage. And over time, it feels like you're running in circles, fighting a battle against yourself. At the center of this battle is the inner critic. It's like living with a bully in your own head, one that knows every insecurity, every weakness, and never lets you forget them. This voice wasn't born with you. It came from somewhere, maybe from parents who compared you, teachers who doubted you, or peers who made you feel small. And without realizing it, you adopted that voice as your own. So how does this show up? It shows up in procrastination, waiting until the last minute because the fear of starting feels heavier than the work itself. It shows up in perfectionism, rewriting, rethinking, and never finishing because nothing feels good enough. And it shows up in overthinking, spinning so many what-ifs in your mind that you never take a single step forward. These patterns don't protect you, they keep you trapped. But here's the truth. You don't have to keep playing the role of your own enemy. The first step is awareness. Notice when that critic shows up. Notice when you're about to sabotage yourself. Then shift the voice. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, will I regret it if I don't try? Start small. Keep promises to yourself, even tiny ones. When you say you'll do something, follow through. Each small win builds trust with yourself, and each act of trust weakens the enemy within. When you stop sabotaging yourself, life begins to feel different in small but powerful ways. You wake up and actually follow through on what you promised yourself. That builds confidence. That builds momentum. You stop wasting hours in the spiral of what-ifs and start taking real steps forward. And with each step, the fear gets smaller. Your relationships shift too, because when you're not tearing yourself down inside, you show up with more presence, more patience, and more trust. And the best part? You begin to actually feel proud of yourself, not because you're perfect, but because you're consistent. You trust your own word again. This isn't about controlling every thought or forcing every outcome. It's about building an inner environment where you support yourself instead of standing in your own way. Remember, you've spent enough time fighting yourself. The moment you stop being your own enemy, you unlock the energy to finally build the life you want. If this resonates, subscribe for more videos on psychology, stoicism, and the art of self-mastery.